Hey, Turning Dirt and Wrenches here, and today we have an old Gleaner. I believe it's a Gleaner F, and it's been sitting for an unknown amount of time, and we're going to try to get it started up, and we've got to drive it about 40 miles, or put it on a trailer if we can't get it to run. But we're going to try to get it to run, and I looked at this just for a few minutes once before, but I didn't really look at it too closely. All right, let's take a look at this thing and see what we got. Supposedly it ran fine when it was parked, as does everything, but that's probably been a while ago. And if I remember right, when I looked at it, there was a problem with this wheel. Yeah, this gearbox is not tight to the axle. Someone was messing with it or something. You can kind of see the gap right there. And we're missing a bolt. There's a bolt there. Looks like someone was working on brakes. That's a new brake line. Actually, I think all the tires have air. Oh good, that's still there. So they've disconnected the axle. We gotta pound that back over if we can get it loose. So this is a bit bigger than my E, and this is a unique combine because it's a sacker. There's no grain tank, and there never was. You don't see these too often. They're kind of on the rare side, kind of very specialized. I think they've all got air in all the tires. Yep. This one's got 4 straw walkers. It's actually pretty clean. Well, oh, you're supposed to get up this way. I guess it just flops like that. There's really no stop or anything. So I believe this is a Alice Chalmers inline 6. I believe some of these might have had a Chevy, but this one is not a Chevy. It kind of looks like what's in the tractors. Oh, there it says Alice Chalmers right on it. Yeah, it's half full of oil, and the oil actually doesn't look too bad. And the throttle's not stuck. And the choke, at least at the carburetor, is not stuck. I don't know if that cable is still any good. My brother already looked in the tank and said you could see light through the bottom, so oh yeah, I can see holes in there. You guys probably can't see in there, but that tank's not going to work. They've got like a big deflector plate in here. You can't see if there's any water in it. Guess we can always crack. There's probably a drain somewhere. Oh, we got a block drain right there. We can just crack that and see if we got water. Well, we got to find where the battery goes. That doesn't really look good. We really didn't bring too much, so we'll just see what we can get done. I do see hydraulic oil down there. It's low, but it does have some. There we go. So we need to determine if we got any water in it. And I see a battery cable there. I don't know where the battery goes. Oh. It just sits right here, I guess. Just got a ground. You got your positive. That tire looks like it's up. So you got a big platform here. And you got this selector for whether the grain goes out that spout or goes up the other spout. And you got these little hooks where you'd hook a big sack.
Far enough.
Alrighty, so let's look inside the cab.
Get a free hat.
Do we get a free hat?
Isn't that some kind of hard hat or something right there?
Oh yeah, there is a hard hat in here. It says think safety. And it's already owned by a wasp, so we were just going to let him have that hat.
I've got brake clean. We can kill him.
Well, he's just trying to fly out through the glass right now. So we're just not going to look at the cab right now. It's just like a one-holer or something. All right, so I guess we need to determine if it's got any antifreeze in it, and might as well see if it turns over. There is a drain right here on this side of the block. I guess I'll just crack this and see if anything comes out. You can always bring a bunch of water.
Yeah, when you're ready to actually move, take it back. I'm assuming you're not doing that today.
No.
We weren't quite prepared enough for that one, I don't think.
Wonder if those belts.
What's the top beeper?
What's that?
That's the belt that'll drive the transmission.
Oh, the ones that are. Well, they'll just become two belts.
Two separate belts.
I mean, really, is there any different?
You like holding that? Don't let it blow you away. It'll be like Mary Poppins. I just tear it off.
Hey, I see antifreeze.
Actual antifreeze?
Yeah.
Nice.
It has some weird deflector thing. Like you can only see down a half inch in the top of the radiator. It's
some
like a
kind
piece
of
of
baffle.
chef metal. Yeah,
Huh.
like a baffle.
Interesting.
take it?
Maybe movement so it doesn't slosh out. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Should still be somewhat sealed.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
for shade.
But it's got something in it.
No, on the
Alright.
set.
And here's the
You know what
starter solenoid right here.
Yeah, looks like that kind of the electrical seems to be pretty easy to get to. Other than
Wonder if it'll turn over.
where's the
Wish me were
distributor?
next stage.
Distributor's on the back.
On the back there.
It's actually turning over with the fan.
Boy or girl?
Is it really?
Just a little bit.
Well, that's good enough to know it's not completely locked up. Crunchy.
No, it's turning. It's got to turn all those belts too.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he'll become a lady mechanic.
Really? If we have to put a, I don't know if I've got a adjustable wrench that big. But
I've got a big.
that's why I've got an adjustable.
That's where you want you stay right here.
That looks like a very
Don't go any
specific
farther.
tool. It does.
I'm
Because they've added
sorry.
this onto it.
Some kind of adjustment or something. Main drive doesn't.
Probably loose maybe the panels or
Yeah, you
something.
gotta pull or figure things
Pop
out.
that.
I don't really know.
Huh.
Boy, they really didn't want a lot of air. They've got that cranked all the way down. That's how you control how much air goes through
Okay,
the combine.
yeah.
I think they were doing wildflower seeds with this.
They-
That's
Oh,
what
that
they
would be
planted
really
the whole
light.
preserve with.
Oh, okay.
And then they got done and they just sparked it. Supposedly just a few years ago, but it looks like it's been parked a lot longer than a few years.
That tank, yeah.
Well, it's out here in this field where it's letting me in.
Air conditioning. Why they're
Yeah, I saw that one.
Someone
That
stole,
thing.
stole the core out of it.
That's funny, yeah. It's so weird. Like, were they using it as a seat or something?
I think somebody just dumped it.
I didn't even look to see if we had keys.
You get around now.
Oh, it doesn't have a key.
Yeah.
So we will have to just jump.
Well, they might have. Maybe they left it like under the seat or like in a corner.
Does it have a sun visor?
No.
No.
Because they might not just leave it where any old person can grab it and drive off with it.
Well, most people wouldn't be able to start and drive this thing anyway, so. The people today.
Away?
People that would steal vehicles.
Well, it's probably the same key that's in mine. It looks like it's generic Alex Chalmers.
Yeah, they had a lot. Yeah, a lot of it's pretty similar. I don't know. Looks like I welded on this thing. So look at this when you walk down there.
They tried. They tried.
That's something. I guess we determined today when you're ready to move it whether we need a welder or not for anything. You should be able to run a welder off the generator.
That clutch feels pretty.
Feels clutchy.
It feels clutchy.
It's moving. Keep you want to push it again. It's moving something down here, so.
Gear shift works.
Oops.
It's probably prickly, isn't it?
Ouch.
Oh, there it goes. It is shifting through the gears at least.
All right.
You gonna go back to the
Well,
garage?
so far stuff seems to be not locked up. At least the important stuff for
Actually,
today.
even the throttle and the choke are moving.
That's important. All right, well, I guess let's just put the battery in. Yeah, it's a little pretty in there. Why are you supposed to get from here? Or if it just had really
This side, maybe.
that side higher?
Yeah, this is cut.
No, you can buy a brush.
Well, it's in my toolbox. It's in the truck. So.
Oh, yeah.
That goes. That's done. Give it the best chance possible.
That's right.
Be just likely to go through batteries too. Hopefully.
Well, that's the only one I got.
Well, I've got a, like I said, I've got a.
Well, I guess you got your charger if we have to, that generator.
Yeah.
Right here? Nope.
I said I've got a small battery, but it's brand new.
Well, there's no
If you want
spark.
me to film anything, just let me know and I can help do that.
Alrighty, right now it's just set up.
You gotta get
But yeah, I've got a jump pack, and then I've also got the battery charger and jumper we can use with the generator if we have to.
and a weedie.
Alright, and a weed eater.
In case we need
Well, that's what I mean, I figured it just I didn't know how grown up it was if we needed to get to anything.
That's true.
Well, or if we needed to blow anything off rather than using air.
Probably.
Already right there by the garage door. What's that?
I think there's just one little wire. I could probably just cut it and then just touch it to the positive.
And I've got like
I think
Wire,
it's
not
like
like
the tree that
battery cable wire, but like more
at
like
the mailbox.
this type of wire, like trailer. It's from leftover from wiring like lights on my trailer.
Okay.
Came with a bunch of excess wire, so I just
I
kept
don't
it.
know.
So if we need bits of wire or
if we're gonna
something,
hot wire.
yeah. So I've got some wires and stuff, connectors. And whatnot.
Well, let's just do that. Not
Yeah,
inside.
yeah, you bet.
Yep, it's fine.
Might need to oil a chair.
Boy, it just amazes me how they use wood blocks on those chain
Oh, yeah, like the
Tensioner.
Yeah.
Well, I got sparks. Cylinders.
Well, probably didn't get. I don't know that anybody's actually
I do
using
have
it,
jumper
other than
cables
me.
as well if you want to go directly to the starter with the battery.
Although it's well stocked, maybe there's a lady who
I
works
don't even
here.
hear it like clicking.
You know,
No.
there's a big difference between women using a porta potty and men using it.
Oh, there we go. There's a big button on there. So
Oh, yeah.
well, it turns over.
It does. When a can of starting fluid, done.
Well, see, since we don't have a key, we'll have to get power to the distributor somehow.
Oh, yeah.
But that shouldn't be too hard because that's hot right there. How much of that wire you got?
So there's no key at all.
No.
There's no key that I have. There is a key, but I can't turn it on because I don't have. There's an ignition, but I have no.
And they don't have it.
They
But,
didn't
you know.
say. So, I mean, that's a huge organization. They don't.
Yeah, she was. Till he got here.
It's got a little scratch on its face.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
pitched a tantrum.
You just need.
Between the house and here.
Okay.
I don't think he had it on that.
Yeah, I think he did it in the car when he had his little tantrum right before he fell asleep. When he gets mad, he starts like clawing himself.
You want these?
I don't know if I can wear yours or not. Oh, Grammy's head's too
Yeah, I got about 2 7-foot sections of wire plus a bunch of small, shorter stuff.
Okay, they got like 3 wires going through the coil.
What?
There's 2 on the positive side,
Is it hot?
Did they just jump off of that for something?
but there's a ballast resistance.
Want me to hold you?
So I
You
should
okay to
tie
sit?
it.
Hey, can you make sure that she sits so that it's not hot?
It shouldn't be, yeah.
She said hot, but it just needs to be.
Oh, yeah, no, it hasn't, you know, it's warm.
Also forgot.
I've got a bunch of connectors.
Oh, you got real connectors?
I'm reasonable there. You just
Well, this is the box that's normally in the truck. In the toolbox of the truck. I don't. Oh, I do have a roll of tape.
All right.
It's actual 3M.
That might be too good for this.
3 Super 88. Whatever that is.
Alright. I'm gonna
Better
leave.
than the Super 33, I
Somebody gets
guess.
there in time to pick up Ellie.
But yeah, I got eyelet connectors, butt connectors.
If I hop on
There's a few fuses in here. Looks like I just shoved a bunch of random stuff in here. I even have heat shrink.
Well, we're not going that.
But it's just like just odds and ends in this box. So.
I already did it right.
Yeah, it'll work just fine. The points look pretty crispy. Yeah, this would be probably late 60s, early 70s, I would guess, but I really don't know. And it's bigger. A lot bigger than the E is. Whoops. Okay. So we're gonna hotwire this. Get this set. There we go. So this is the power wire going to the ballast resistor. I said it was 40 minutes.
It feels like you're going off the middle of nowhere, but it's been a long night.
Yeah, if anyone needs to leave, just go for it.
Whenever we came through there, there's cattle.
There's a dairy farm somewhere.
Well, Pharaoh's south.
Well, no, yeah.
Oh, it's a different one?
Starts with an H or something.
Okay. Maybe they pasture it though. Certain cow. Well, Pharaohs don't they'll never come out of barns. Go away. Go away from the rear.
Because the headers are so heavy.
And you don't have as much weight on the back.
Yeah.
Not the hopper and stuff.
That gives you, I mean, you put a hopper.
You could get one from like a parts combine and do it. If someone collected Gleaners, this would be an interesting one because there's not very many Sackers, especially at this era. But practically not very many people would want to use it. That would
Fill in a bag, and then switching it over to the other one, tie that bag off, put the new one on, and switch it back, basically.
Yep. Dusty job.
That's the thing. I forget how much Bill said what they use in the hardest.
Well, we don't really want that wire on the exhaust.
Was it enough to do 20? Oh, I want to say 28,000.
I thought Bill said 25.
25,000?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess let's try it and see. Whoops, what's that? Well, that ballast resistor sure smoking.
That's smoky.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The wires going to it aren't hot, but man, is that smoking. Huh. That's probably fine.
it's just slightly burning.
The points really aren't doing anything, but I think it's right in between two high spots. Well, let's take that off and stop burning up the ballast resistor. Let's get some starter fluid down there. That'd be great.
Spray the whole area down, right?
Yeah. Huh. Well, something's drawing, man. That's our
Short somewhere.
that is true. It could be a short. Because obviously current was going through the ballast resistor, but nothing was really sparking on the points. I guess I'll get my file out and see what we can. I got a Leatherman points file. Actually, the one that is meant for sharpening blades. It's like a diamond stone.
Oh, yeah.
It actually works really well.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be about perfect for that.
Wonder why they couldn't put the distributor on the other side.
Good job.
Yeah, I didn't think I could have brought camp chairs or something.
It's actually a beautiful day.
It is super nice because this is as warm as it's supposed to get. So
It actually looked like it was supposed to be getting cool
I've been
next week.
outside last 3 days, 2 days.
So how did Ellie help you with the yard?
Oh, she was just hanging around in the backyard. She was laying out on her blanket for a while, and then she was just kind of walking, looking at everything, and her own little world while I was mowing. So. It does. Turn the square side.
Oh, there we go. There we go, the only other one I know about.
That could be cleaned off too.
Oh, that rotor.
Yeah.
One down.
He keeps falling out and she's eating it. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Make it hot. I guess you can tell if you're getting current by whether the ballast is smoking or not.
Smoking or not?
It's not smoking yet.
You want like a screwdriver with a plastic handle?
If you have one, that'd be great, actually.
Yep, it's got spark.
Now the ballast isn't smoking.
Well, that's good.
Maybe I don't. Oh, I know what I forgot. My test light.
A test light?
Yeah.
I might have one in that box.
Hey, we have spark. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I did have a test light.
Well, we don't need it. We got spark.
Oh, okay. Of course, that's why I brought everything. Because then we wouldn't need it all.
Hey, that works. If that's what it takes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it was easy enough to put it in the truck.
That's got a nice bright spark. Well, we'll turn it off.
So we don't blow the coil up or burn the ballast.
The ballast resistor isn't smoking now. I wonder if there's like a spider web, because they do get hot. Maybe a spider built a nest back
I
in
see
there or
what you're saying,
something.
Yeah. A little bit of something.
And he had heated floors in his little web condo.
For an instant.
Yeah, hopefully he's got good insurance.
Brake part cleaner, brake part, oh, they're both.
That's just I'm not sure we'll need any.
We haven't even touched the carburetor yet, so. Of course, spark is a big thing.
Updraft, so that's got that going for it at least.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Oops. I don't know, is it better working on cars where you have to be bent over, or on this stuff where you have to climb up 10 feet to get to the motor?
Like when I was working on the generator, I had to lift it up on the table so I wouldn't have to bend over.
Yeah.
That was hard on me.
All right, we'll get this positioned. I guess I will see. It has, I can't see in the radiator, but the block drain has antifreeze that comes out. The antifreeze doesn't actually look too bad, but I don't know how much is in there. I'm going to see if there's old gas carburetor. Huh. That's a screwdriver. A screwdriver handle, or what's left of it.
Oh, it is.
Here, let me see it real quick. Then you can show Dan. Let's see if we can see that. That's what happens when screwdrivers sit out in the sun.
Yeah. It's like that. It's just crumbling away.
I know that plastic is really durable, but I guess it doesn't like UV.
Yeah, that's crazy. Unless it was a knock, could have been a knockoff. You know, thing to file.
Huh. Oh boy. Bone dry. And it's even got a bunch of little rust stuff in the bottom of it.
Oh, a little bit.
That's the carburetor drain. So, that could be a good thing or a bad thing, I guess.
Yeah. That means they had some water in it. Like
It didn't have ethanol sitting in it though.
Yeah.
Or it's just sat for so long that it all evaporated. And it's still all gummed up.
Well, if it was had that. Well, I don't know. It's only been a few years. Probably had that for a few unless they purposely caught it.
It's hard to say. I mean, they said it was, everyone's definition of a few is different.
Yeah.
I mean, is it a decade? Is it 2 years? Surely it looks more. I mean, the tank wouldn't have rusted out
In 2 years.
in 2 years.
Unless it was. But that would mean it would be, you know, wood rusting everywhere.
Well.
What's that? That cradle could probably fit a 55-gallon barrel.
Yeah, replace that.
For 55-gallon barrel for a fuel tank.
I guess we could. Oh, that's loose anyway. Oh, that's convenient. Quick removable. I guess we'll just shoot some starter fluid while it's cranking and see if it does anything.
Yeah, see if it coughs off.
Other than that, I mean, to get to run longer, we'll have to figure out some way to get fuel.
Yeah. Ooh, I didn't bring it.
I don't know if that pump would work or not. Yeah, there's a filter right here that we could tap into, but the line looks terrible. Maybe we can salvage some of this because there's quite a length of metal line.
Okay.
We might just cut it if that tank's junk anyway. Well, this is actual starting fluid.
Yep. I know. I've created some great things.
Yeah.
Carb cleaners.
Well, I guess here it goes. Yeah, it's still running.
You got your coil.
Right here, coil wire. Nope, it fell off. I'll just hold it on. You got stuck. The starter solenoid got stuck. But it did cough a tiny bit. Oh, how in the world did it do something?
What?
I still have my coil wire laying on the block where I was testing for spark.
Unless that wasn't. Well, maybe it was something just clunking down here. I thought I
It
heard
sounded like it fired though.
Yeah.
Okay, it should do a lot better now that the coil is plugged into the distributor.
Here, do you want to use that to hold on your power wire?
Yeah, that works.
I'll take it off.
You might stand by in case it doesn't want to stop engaging the starter,
Oh.
and you could pull the battery cable off. Well, maybe. That might be that's going to have a lot of draw on it when you're trying to pull it off.
Well, I'll put the glove on.
Don't get shocked.
Pretty good.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
anything. Of course, the throttle is probably, the throttle's cracked just a tad, looks like. In theory, not. If I take that screw out, it probably would come out. Well, it is hooked to a governor. This just limits the governor. So it would actually go wide open if I did that. I probably don't really want to do that. It did try to fire.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, in the past I've had harder time with updrafts getting starter fluid and stuff sucked up to them.
Yeah.
Actually, I might have just used too much because it looks like it's trying to do something at the exhaust.
Yeah.
Well,
Knocking down here. I think that's what we heard the first time when the coil wire was.
Is something
this belt
knocking?
His belt's flopping around.
Yeah, this belt
big drive.
flopping.
But it's not hitting stuff, is it?
No, it's just because it's been in one shape.
Yeah, it's got
Oh,
It's
got its stiff spots.
Yeah.
shape to it now.
Yeah.
Well,
I put fuel to it.
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. Because there's not even really a vent tube that you can get to pour fuel down. Actually, let me look. On the E, the fuel pump had a manual primer. I wonder if this one's got one. That would be real nice. Get in there.
Oh, it's got a remote oil drain on it.
Oh yeah, otherwise it'd make a big mess.
Some manufacturers don't put that much thought into it, so.
Most of the farm stuff does. I don't think so. Boy, that fuel pump's just covered in oil or something. I don't feel yeah, that was a big lever on mine. That would have made it a lot easier. Yes. Let's take this fuel line off. At least there's not a whole bunch of nasty gas
Yeah.
to have to deal with.
Yeah.
I just moved that steel line a little bit and it just broke in half. I think it's been sitting longer than just
Oof.
2 years
Yeah,
or something. That's solid. That makes me wonder about that and that. I guess I should probably try to take that off.
What'd you need for that?
7/16 maybe? An open end wrench. The mixture screw's not froze up, which is a good thing. Yep. And this fitting looks like brass, so with a steel fitting going into it, there it goes.
I do have these.
It's coming. Nice thing is, you know, it is
It is rusty, but it's not like salt rust like
Yeah.
on cars, because it's just it's sitting out here. Kind of a different type of rust. Yeah. I mean, the fitting's even turning on the steel fuel line, which if that was like a brake line or something, it wouldn't be doing that. Oh, actually that does not look too bad. There's a tiny little pin head bit of rust.
Well, you think that's that line that you took off down there is
That
the
probably
low spot.
set with
That would have been the last
stuff in it.
place there was gas, before it all evaporated out anyway.
If the fuel pump would work, that would be great, because I could just put a jug or any container
Yeah.
and suck it out of it. Otherwise, I need something that has a fitting on it to, get fuel out of, gravity feed into this. This is running 2 mufflers, I just realized.
Oh, I see.
And then another one.
Too loud for the guy working in the back.
It might have been. That's probably why they have that
I'm sure that's why
exhaust.
it's turned down so
Yep.
it's away from it. But I didn't realize it was 2 mufflers. That's probably the original muffler there.
This thing's gonna be quiet then,
Could be, yeah.
if it works like that. You can put 2 mufflers and make it twice as quiet.
I mean, it's just like most cars now have like a resonator, which is essentially just like a glass pack, essentially, and then mufflers.
Hard to imagine a Kia with a glass pack on.
I mean, it's essentially what it is.
I know, it's just funny to think about. Someday, they'll be pulling Kias and Toyotas and stuff out of the Finch rows and
Yeah, well, I don't know.
putting glass packs on them.
They're not rotted away completely.
A lot of those actually do pretty good, like your Hyundai.
Well, our Santa Fe's been pretty good as far as rust.
I need a 1/2 inch eye wasp.
Well, there's a big old bumblebee around here somewhere.
That looked like a wasp, but it could have been a bee.
Yeah.
This is better than Nipex.
I don't have my complete set here.
Well, everybody's got a 1/2 inch. Or they don't because everyone's borrowed it. That's what they use all the time.
These are all my
Allied.
extras, all random. Any duplicate, basically, that I had went to here. That's all fixed.
Oh, that's turning that thing. Do you have, I think it's 5/8 maybe? It goes into another brass fitting. It's just
Right on
turning that one. It's actually pretty easy to work on this. Oh, it's 9/16. I told you. It was hard to tell.
Right in between, come on. I'm not sure I have one.
I've got your vice grip up here. I could just hold it. I can hold it. It's just the fitting that the fuel line goes into. It's like an adapter that goes.
This is the only adjustable I have. Don't think
It would work, but it'd be kind of hard to get in here. That's a little bit big.
I have that and this for balls, bigger balls. That the generator got from me. Yeah, the last sale for auction. Yeah, I think it did $30 or $35. Which looks pretty good shape. ran perfectly fine. It's even a pressurized engine. It has an oil filter and but it didn't make power. It didn't make like few volts. So it makes stuff off and on now. So I got that yesterday. Found some forums on the website how to test different things. There's like a DC part of it. Is there a DC power? Batteries, but it also uses that for like the brushes for that.
So I'm just working on seeing how much good fuel line we have. This is the fuel line that goes back to the tank. I don't know if you can see that, but it's completely full of rust, just solid. So this is the line that goes up to the fuel pump. And I just want to see if it's completely solid with rust or if it's clear. If it's clear, then we'll test, see if that fuel pump works. All these fuel lines are steel fittings, but they go into brass. Everything they screw into is brass, so it all comes out really nice. Ha! Okay, so that fuel line is all nice and clean. It's just that metal from the filter.
Yeah.
I wonder if the filter plugged up or something, because it's from the filter back to the tank that's all rusted apart.
Okay. Well.
Man, if I had more than just that little piece of...
I'm about 100% sure I don't have anything, any fuel line, anything that's used.
Might be able to scavenge something.
That's what I was trying to
Well, let me see if this little bit of rubber line is any good. It's still flexible. Now we got 3 hose clamps too. Well, that fuel line is clear. I don't know if I'd be able to push it over that lip though. Would that be? That's probably quarter, and I really need like a 3/8 fuel line probably. Well, let me put this back up on the fuel pump. No, don't cut it. We'll get anything. The oil filter has rust on it, So that hasn't, at
Hasn't
least
been
on the
changed in a
bottom.
while,
Yeah, it hadn't been changed for a while. I've never really tried that, but I wonder if I could feel suction if I turn it over with my finger over that fuel line. To
I
see if
would
it,
think you should. I mean, how else is it going to pull fuel?
I know they don't have very much, like just a few psi, but
Yeah, but they're mechanical pumps like that are made to pull fuel, so they have to have
some.
suction to be able to pull that fuel from all the way from a tank.
Well, and
Or
in theory,
lift from a tank even. So I would think you should be able to feel it.
yeah, let's try it.
Sometimes too, though,
You might need some liquid in there to get
I
that.
was just getting ready to say it, but sometimes getting wet, then they start working.
How to get the fuel out of that into the carburetor. Actually, could I have that 7/16 wrench again? I should have just kept that up here. I'm going to take the drain out of the carburetor so I can see if we do get anything.
Mm-hmm.
They've got it all cleaned up.
I know.
Well, I got an idea. Let's at least see if like the float and everything's working. Get this line off the carburetor again. Sounds like a little hot rod. It's a pretty big carburetor. This thing will work. Do you have like a 3/4 inch wrench? I'm making you do all the running. Nope. 11/16 maybe. I'll keep this up here. That way you don't have to run so much. Oh. 5/8. I'm not very good at just looking at it, and
Yeah. Would you say 5/8?
I think it must got to be 5/8 then.
Did you go below and under?
No, I'm going down. I started. There we go. Started at 3/4.
Just got a mechanical pump on it.
Yep, it's on the back side of the motor. Huh, that's full of grass. Just debris. Yeah, it's full of like grass and stuff. Huh. See? I don't know if you can see in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all full of. Someone left a twisty. That'll work.
Any vacuum lines up?
You said you had brake clean, right?
Yeah, I've got brake
With a straw?
Yeah.
All right. I can at least shoot that through this fuel inlet and see if it comes out in the bowl, whether the needle and seat's working.
window washer tubing.
No, don't rub it off your truck. I don't think that
replaced anyway.
I don't think that would be big enough unless it would fit inside the steel line.
Because it's the end of it's split, so now it's too short. So I'm gonna have to put new stuff on it anyway.
We can try it.
Because usually there's methanol in that.
Yeah, I thought about that. That's pretty crispy.
Fluid.
This seems
Well, this would not be a long-term fix for sure.
this seems pliable down here.
I didn't even think about that.
Actually, that's
Because that's
wow.
been, that's
Your truck
been
has a
disconnected for
huge
a while.
windshield washer.
So I've got to.
You know,
I've
if
been
I
meaning to
cut the
fix that, but
flare
I've
off,
got tons of bugs on my windshield, and I don't have
don't have a washer.
I don't have a washer because that tube's been bad.
Actually, it might push over it. If not, I could cut that flare off. Yeah, it'll push over it.
I've got zip ties or whatever. If you want to fix it.
It'll actually seal really well because it's going over that flare.
Okay.
But we can probably put a zip tie on it too. So that will work. Let me try some brake clean and shoot through and see if that float. I'm going to shoot it into the carburetor and see if the needle and seat are even free. Because that pump's going to have a hard time as it is without having to push against the bad needle and seat.
Extremely flammable. Because I'm not sure some of the other stuff I have.
Well, I just need a liquid.
He's over here.
Huh. Oh, it is? Well, I'm not entirely sure the needle and seat aren't stuck. But let's just try it. I know everybody's got places to go.
I haven't seen it.
How are the kids doing? And Betsy? She ran away? Did she go walking down the road or something? Okay. You said you did have deep creep?
Yes.
Let me take the fitting off the car, or the fuel pump again, and we'll put some deep creep in there and see if that would help lube up the diaphragm.
You want to use that?
Actually,
Have a little oil in it?
it would have some oil in it.
Three-quarters of a gallon maybe in there.
See if this sucks it down. That's doing nothing. I put deep creep in the end of the line. It's not sucking it down at all. Maybe it come around. Got stuck again. Yep. Yeah, that's not sucking at all, so it needs
Okay, so we've got the fuel line off. The fuel pump doesn't work, and that's just going to restrict us in what we're doing. I'm going to try to hook up the rubber line and gravity feed it and get some fuel coming through the carburetor. And then when we actually go to drive it, we will get a electric fuel pump. So let's get this on here. See what we can get.
The last time I saw her wearing it was when she was sitting on the track.
Like on a tailgate.
And then she didn't want them on, so Grammy took them off of her.
They're not in like a pocket or anything.
That's what I was asking. I wonder if she put them in her pocket and make them up.
So we're trying to get some deep creep down the into the carburetor. It is actually going down slowly when I put deep creep down this line.
Are you down to the carburetor? Do you want a zip tie or you got a clamp or something?
Well, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. In the back of my car, there's a cardboard box and there's a rag. Maybe something to wipe my hands with. Or if you got one handy, that'll be even better. I'd really like to see something drip out of the bottom of the bowl. It's going to take a while. I don't really want to suck on a fuel line to do a siphon, but might be what we got to do.
You do have some air. You can use an air gun and blow it across to suck the fuel.
Like a Venturi. Oh, you do have a blow nozzle though, right?
Yeah.
Can I borrow that with the compressed air? And I'll just shoot some down this line and see if it might even be able to pop that needle out if it is stuck. And we'll force some of that deep creep in there. That can't hurt anything. Is that hose going to be long enough?
It should be. It'll reach. With the tank in the toolbox, it'll reach on my tires. That's the perfect tank.
Oh, you got a real hose. I thought you had one of those little coily ones.
This is what was on that tank that we got from Leans. Had an old tank or something, I think. They had this hose wound up on it. It's a good rubber hose.
Oh, wait a minute. What's that? Let's still try a little shot, but I think I just saw some deep creep drip out of the bottom of the carburetor. That actually gave me an idea. Uh-oh, we don't want to leak it all out. Whoa! Hold that for a second. Well,
Zip ties here.
I've got a clamp actually,
Oh, do you have
an actual clamp. So that means got a little bit of pressure behind it. I thought you gave me a screwdriver.
I think it came right now. There you go.
I don't want to lose your tools. Okay, try that again. I'll go very gently. I hear it. And I see something coming out the... Oh yeah. So at least we know we can get fuel into the carburetor now.
Okay.
And that gives me an idea. If you want to pop that out so we don't leak the air out.
Yeah.
If I take our gas can and put the hose down in the end of it and then like hold over the end,
Yeah.
put compressed air
across it should create suction like
no,
this.
put compressed
Or you
air
think in the can
and
itself?
pressurize it so it shoots it up like a
As
spray
long as
nozzle.
you can seal the can.
It doesn't have to be 100%. I just need a little bit to shoot some fuel up there. I want to try it anyway. I'll try it with our can.
This one's got a vent in it. Big can.
Let's see.
I've got a bag to help people to try to shove that around the hose to seal it off.
Well, if I do, that, it's not going to be 100%, but I don't want it to be because I don't want to blow the tank up either.
Yeah.
There's gas coming out.
There you go.
Okay. Let me put the plug back in, and then we'll fill the carburetor up. And then if we can at least hear it run for a short time,
Yeah. That way you can just bring a
fuel pump,
electric pump.
and see, does the steering work? Does it actually go? Well, it doesn't go forward. That's something else we got to work on. Is that axle? I don't know if we can just put I brought my big socket ratchet. If we could just put it on there and see if we could tighten those bolts up.
Okay.
But people are needing to go home. That's fine. We're just getting to the good part. All right, just a little squirt of air again. Whoops. Right in my face. Of course, I can't tell when the float's full, but I'll do one more. You can see that tank puff up.
Yeah.
I don't want to puff it up too much. If there's any left in there, that'll just trickle down. Obviously some left in there. got everything covered in gas.
Perfect.
That's right. Got it?
There's that one.
Okay, there's our key. So, should be good to go.
Got your coil wire on.
Yep, got the coil wire on. It did suck some gas out right here. I wonder if we lost spark or something. We'll test that real quick. Hardest part's getting it to stay just the right distance. We don't have spark. Okay.
Points, maybe?
Yeah, they'll probably fight a little bit on and off. Now we got it again. But do we have it while we're cranking? Heater's out when we start cranking it.
They just need more cleaning.
Maybe. Sometimes if you spark them a little bit.
Yeah.
It works fine when I'm just doing it this way. Take the rag and wipe it down. Are they?
Trying to think at her level. Yeah. That's what I've got down on there. It looks on top of the bubble. Yeah. That's her level. Yeah, those have been in the toolbox where it's been wet. And they kind of got moldy. So I think they're over there.
Not in the stroller or on the stroller somewhere.
What's that? Ballast resistor.
And when I'm turning it over, it's pulling too much.
Yeah.
That is a possibility.
Try bypassing it just to see.
But it does have a few moments when I first turn it over of some pretty strong sparks as it goes away.
No, it's fine. Just not quite
Huh. Well, let's try that. Let's bypass the ballast resistor.
Well, she was here. She had them on while she was sitting here. Nope. Grammy's gonna get you a toy.
Okay.
We'll get you a drawing toy.
That was it. You're right. Now I've got nice bright sparks.
Yeah.
That's what the two wires are for. It's got probably full power for cranking
Oh,
and goes through the ballast after it's running.
gotcha. But that's if you're using the key, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're not doing that right now, but we can.
That's normally how they work.
On some. Well, I guess.
Seemed like most of them that had a ballast resistor. That's usually because like they.
But
would,
some of them used a ballast all the time. Some of the old stuff.
Oh, okay.
They never gave full power.
Because I know there's some cars like you can get it to start, but then as soon as you let off the key, it dies.
That's when the ballast isn't working.
Yeah.
Let you rest in the street. I said I have this horrible feeling it's gonna back up the Durango and run over. Was it because we didn't try?
Well,
Crunch.
one thing, they work from Dollar Tree, so.
She's actually. I'm surprised she kept up on the
Yeah, usually mine end up breaking or
Yeah.
something. So
She leaves them at somebody's house.
that's why I don't buy expensive ones. I don't want to leave a $150 pair of sunglasses, a $200 pair of sunglasses somewhere.
Here we go. Or not.
I've got one of those inline spark
Indicator thing.
Sound like it run pretty good.
I wasn't expecting the throttle to be set that high, but there wasn't much I could do about it.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually didn't run that bad for what
It
was in the
seemed
fuel
to,
tank.
yeah. I didn't hear any obvious misses or
But
anything.
without a key, you don't know whether it's got good oil pressure.
It's probably got a mechanical. Well, it might not have a mechanical. That's a long way to run a line. Well, so it runs anyway. Let's put some more gas in it. And the big thing is like the steering.
You want to try to make it so you can run it? Because I mean, that still was only like 30 seconds. So
Yeah,
long
but
enough.
that I don't know if it'd be enough to get this, stuff to the steering, but
what we could do. Take here. Well, here we go. We were just looking at these rear wheels on this combine, and I thought these were weights that were bolted onto the rim. These are the rims, because that's the bearing right there, and that's the valve stem. These are the, I guess it's like a rim weight combo, but they're the heaviest rims I've ever seen. No lug nuts on it. See, there's the bearing right there. And these are actually pretty wide tires for this machine. But I just thought that was kind of interesting. Alrighty, we got the final drive fixed on the other side. This wheel's looking a lot better. You can see in there it's all bolted down now. They just worked loose. We got that John Deere auxiliary tank wired up with an electric fuel pump. And got the battery put in, and got some hydraulic fluid put in it. So we are good to go. All right. Well, we did make it back. We had quite the adventure. It did not drive 40 miles, but it ran for 40 miles. As you can see, we're missing some parts here. And actually the variable sheave is completely gone. I'm not sure where that went. We tried to find it and couldn't. But yeah, so the variable sheave drive belt came apart, and it must have slapped all this stuff pretty good because it came off. It actually busted that. It actually didn't look like it was in that bad a shape, but just couldn't take the strain, I suppose. The engine ran flawlessly the whole time, which I'm thankful for because this is full hydraulic steer. So if the engine's not running, you can't steer it. So what we did is we just hooked a tow strap to the front and pulled the combine the rest of the way home. And tires and everything held up. You can see all that in my time lapse. We were just trying to get it off the road, so I didn't bother trying to film the disaster. But that tire looks like it's getting lower. It's sat here for about a day since we got back. But it did make it. So, we were always kind of busy when we were working on it. I should have done a more detailed walk around of it. I can go ahead and do that now. This combine is for sale, so you can just comment down below if you're interested in the whole machine or the parts. I mean, there's a lot of good parts on here. If you have an F, or even if you don't, if you need, hydraulic pump works good. Got all these valves, chains, sprockets. That motor works really well. Like I said, that idled for 4 hours, just as nice as can be. It has an exhaust leak on the manifold. We'll show you that. You can actually kind of see the gasket hanging down right there, so it's ticking. But I was amazed that, it runs real nice, little idle and everything. So if you have an F, or I believe this motor, this is an Alice Chalmers motor. I believe this was in some tractors, but I'm not up on my Alice stuff. It's a G262 Alice Chalmers gas motor. And I know, like on my E, that motor was in the D17, and they said the combine motor had just a little bit more power. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I know people wanted them to put in their D17s for pulling tractors and whatnot. The transmission's good. Like I said, if pulleys or anything, I'm not opposed to selling parts or the whole machine. Just seems a shame to send it to the scrapyard. The reel, someone did run into a fence post with it, so you'd have to get a new piece of metal pipe and fix that up. But everything else is pretty straight. It's just sat there for a long time. Here's the inside. It's got a fan and everything. I don't know if any of that works. It could probably be brought around. Brakes do not work, at least the hydraulic ones. It's got a heater in here. All these knobs. The throttle knob broke on me. Tack. All kinds of stuff. Yeah, if you're interested in the whole combine or just in some parts, let me know. I'm located in Northwest Indiana, and we can get together and figure something out. I didn't realize this till I'd already got it. They actually told me about it after I'd already bought it. Is they had taken the cleaning shoe out and stored it in a building, and they don't know where it is now. So it has no cleaning shoe. They're going to try to find it, but there's no guarantee that they will. Got 4 straw walkers. That's actually pretty tight, especially for ones that aren't greasable. I have no idea how many hours are on this machine. So yeah, if you're interested in anything, let me know. Thanks for watching.